What up, homies? It's your boy, Info. Do you love Trump? Drop a yes or a no in the chat, and you will be blessed. First blessings going out. 3 people did what they were. Oh, it just reeks. I really love you guys. It is my birthday. The reason I do these shows for you at 6 a.m. Wow. Info. Just take a deep breath and relax. And relax. I'm gonna have a bath, then I'm gonna have a protein shake and some vitamins and a few oranges. Man, that sucks. I shouldn't have played my last ticket yesterday. Mobile Legends was a complete flop. I got 3 weeks to become world champion, and I have to win 9 games. Actually, 3 today, 3 more, and then I go to the semi, and then that's all I can play this week. I have to. If I don't win today, I have 1 more chance to play today. I have to win all 3 quarterfinals, semifinals, and the finale, and the world championships of the Ontario bracket. That's where I am right now. I'm in the provincial quarterfinals of the Ontario bracket. It just sucks, man. My squads are so bad they're purposely throwing the match because they've already made it past that. And they still have entry tickets, right? Well, they're sabotaging players. If you've already won the tournament, you shouldn't be allowed to play. I'm also being matched up unfairly on Mobile Legends with complete goofs who have nowhere near my ranking. And Mobile Legends is purposely ranking me with these complete goofs that have no chance of winning. They also have a lot of unsportsmanlike attributes that the game has noticed over the last 1,000 matches, and they're picking them for me. And they can see built into the AI that the synergy for teammates with those players is 0. It's not 1 out of 1,000, it's a 0. If it went to negative, it'd be negative 1,000. Oh, I'm so tired. All right. Now you just want to sit here that he's soaked. Soak your arms and your hands, keep them submerged. This will help with the cramping and the stiffness and the arthritis in your hands. Takes a while, but the stiffness does go away. 15, 20, 30 minutes of soaking in warm water really helps. Reduces inflammation. And then when I get out, it's winter time here in Canada, so I'm wet. So when I get out, it'll seem like it's chilly, but it isn't. It's 21 in the house, but still, it's a lot colder than the human body would like you to be. That chill time when I air dry is actually good for my bones. It's like the hot and cold springs that people get in, or like you get into the hot springs and then you jump out into the snowbank and then you pop back into the hot springs. That's what the Nordic jump, or Swedish, I can't remember what it's called, but the plunge, Swedish Nordic plunge. Russians do it too. Russia, Sweden, Iceland, obviously. Iceland invented the thing. Russia copied Iceland. They say Germany has had some sabotage to its battleships, to its warships. A Corvette class cruiser I do believe, and something else where it has something to do with metal shavings in the engine. So, people out there are just evil, you know? But is it better to dismantle all the world's biggest army's weapons in order to have people, right? So if the people were to say, no, you guys in the army, every army in the world must only have sticks and stones. If we gave them, if we gave all the armies in the world sticks and stones, we could stop World War III. And that is the true answer. In order to prevent World War III, we must create the world that World War III would create after the effect of the devastation, right? And if we include nothing from the past that had really devastated us so badly around the world, gases, nukes, everything, all of that, dismantle and disassemble all of it, right? I think we'd be in a better place come 2026, come 2027. It'll take 4, 5, 6, maybe 10 or 50 years to safely repurpose all the munitions and warheads and everything into small nuclear fission power plants, whatever you want to create in your country, right? Every country has these. If you can create a spark, if you can create a fire, that's energy. If you can create that in a capsule, you can harness said energy. Now the question is, what is the best method? What is the best way for us to use up? Do we first explode those munitions so that it's safe for the people of the world, or do we recycle all of the munitions and add it to fission plants, nuclear, small scale operation of nuclear power plants for people to use for energy rather than for war, right? So all America does is talk about how dangerous they are. America doesn't want peace. Look around you. America doesn't want peace. They have created so much social disorder and social distrust among their own people, among Canadians, among the Mexican people. Both sides of the border hate Trump right now. Both sides. Mexico hates Trump. Canada hates Trump. Who do you think voted for Trump? Don't you think some of the hate falls on you guys too? It's a weird world we live in, but when America is the number one most hated place in the world, that puts a target on your guys' back. So do you guys want to have the world's largest target on your back? Every country in the world hates you? Congratulations. You're the newest country to be hated by everybody. And that sucks, you know? It sucks that Trump had to hate on Canada, threaten Canada, bully Canada, berate Canada because he has a little bit more money than our country. He's like, oh, we're just gonna buy you up. Like, what a redneck statement. What a loser statement when people realize all over the planet that money doesn't even exist. And the people who run money into your throats and tell you you need to make more money, those are slave drivers. How much of your money do you actually make? Well, what do you mean you get 10% of all the money you actually make? How much money do you have in savings from your life? 0? So that means they overcharge you every single day, every which way. You have 0 savings? Wait, if you didn't get an inheritance or you weren't married to somebody who was rich, how much savings would you have? Quickly say zero. What happens when somebody gets injured or leaves you? What if they leave you? And then what do you have, right? So quickly worlds can turn upside down through divorce and things like that. You don't think there's mass manipulation to cheat on your wives and your husbands? Through sexually driven content that's piercing into your eyes every single day? Cheat on your wife, cheat on your husband, cheat on your girlfriend, cheat. Who do you think profits when you cheat? The 50% of your wage now goes out the door to some rich lawyer connected to a firm that is run by the people that own your country. Period. I'm not making this up. Who do you think sets the laws? The people that run your country. Who do you think in your country the richest people own? Every single fucking lawyer in the country. Listen, I'm telling you, this is something none of you understand. Wake up before it's far too late for you all. This isn't no like start eating vegan or nothing conversation. If you're not eating vegan and plant-based, it shows that you don't have the will to change. You've been stuck in a rut your whole life with your diabetes, your heart problems, your obesity, and you've neglected to look at the things, the inputs that made you that way. The fact you can't run is all the grease that you eat every day. It hinders your heart from pumping an excess amount of blood through your body because you're greasy, right? The next one is how much you weigh, right? You think eating meat is so healthy, look down at your belly. And then remember that your meat addiction made you that way, right? All your cheeseburgers at them fast food restaurants takes you decades to burn that off on a treadmill. Decades. How old are you now? How far can you walk? You can't walk to burn that off. You gotta run on a treadmill for 4 hours every day for a year, bud. You can't run? Then consider yourself obese forever, right? Oh, now who do you think owns the thing that you can get this miracle weight loss treatment done overnight? Who do you think owns that? How much you think it's going to cost to get you skinny for a month or a year until you go back to your old ways? Until you think that, oh, this is going to give me protein. That's what I say to that. You want protein? Live like a rhinoceros or an elephant for a day, and you'll see your body is fueled by pure power. Inputs you actually uptake within seconds rather than rotting in your belly for 6 days before you get sick from it. There's a lot of uneducated people, and people with what they refer to as an education are the least educated people. Remember what I say, folks, as I am the hash man. And to be the hash man, you must be the most informed. I see so many people all the time with their degrees. This is what I see all the time, every day. I see people with degrees that have a lower IQ than me when I was 26. And they're double my age. At 26, they're at least 50. And these people are nowhere on my level. Not on my level of computer science, not on my level of math, not on my level of linguistics. You're not on my level. You can't even fathom my level of botany. So don't play like you're some kind of genius when you can't even change a bathroom tub faucet. I change them out in 12 seconds, okay? Minimum. I mean, maximum 12 seconds. 10 seconds it probably takes me. I changed out a toilet in 2 minutes. Maybe 3. I'm in the bathroom, so I changed out my sinks, I don't know, it took like 6 minutes. I plumbed my whole bathroom without using YouTube, never done it before. I plumbed my whole bathroom. I fixed mistakes that were made in my house. And I saw them, and I went to the Home Depot, picked up the right length of like hose, right? I don't know what you call the metal hose for the plumbing hose underneath the sink. I fixed that in 4 minutes. Maybe it took me 10 to diagnose it. Went to Home Depot, 5 minutes in the aisle, making sure I even grabbed a couple extra. I went back and took them back the next day or a week later. But yeah, it cost me $15 to do like, well, the toilet was 250 or $300 or whatever it was, I don't remember. And then the MCO cartridge for the faucet in the tub for the hot water was, I don't remember, 22 or $30. I don't remember, it was 12 or, it was like 5 years ago I did it. But yeah, like things like that I've never done before, I take on instantaneously and just get them done. And it's fixed, like things are perfect. Everything is fixed. The toilet is amazing, the sinks work great, the hosing is never leaked or never burped or nothing. And the tub has hot water coming out of it. It's epic, right? But that's just in here. I mean, I got concrete, patio, and basement, and all kinds of experience on that kind of stuff. Landscaping. I'm probably the ultra boss of Winnipeg for landscaping. Never taken a course on landscaping. Don't think I ever will. I don't feel I need one. My level of gardening / landscaping / construction mind is all I need. And it's tried and true. It's not like, oh, this might work. It's like, I know how to fix that. But you have to make sure you pay attention, right? There's so many people that you just run around, thumb up your ass. You get told what to do by your supposed boss who couldn't give a flying fuck about you 90% of the time. Of course, there's a few good bosses, but is there really? How good is your boss, right? Did your boss cry when your wife passed? You know? Did he give you 66 days off work on top of your 6 months leave? That's a good boss, right? Does your boss make a fortune? Did you ask for a $5 raise and your boss gave you a $7 raise? That's a good boss. You don't have fucking bosses like that. Stop lying. Got some buddies hitting up Colorado right away. There's so many people in Colorado that are shit scared, you know? Colorado is under serious threat from Trump. Since Trump took office, food in Colorado has doubled since Trump took office. Gas prices are soaring since Trump took office. Energy prices are soaring since Trump took office. Unemployment rates are up since Trump took office. There's a lot more social unrest right now since Trump took office. I mean, we got 1 second closer to midnight because of Trump taking office. He put our atomic nuclear clock at 89 seconds. So that sucks. It's the closest to midnight we've ever been, to complete darkness on this planet. Since this reset, this is the closest we've ever been. All people care about is how big their bank account is. Nobody's worried about trying to figure out, or getting to the bottom rather, of how to fix this sick place we live in. Everybody is so greed driven, so money driven. I'm not. I wish I had $1 million so I could show you on a live stream the ease in which I give it away, all of it away. I give half to my mom, probably close to the other half to my wife and her family, and then, I don't know, I want to give away some money, you know? Of course, we're going to pay off some of the slave debt that we have, but the rest of the money can just be given away. I don't need no more pairs of new shoes, or, I mean, I sure would love a new light, but I still have a light, so I'd give the money away to people who didn't have a light, who didn't have food in their fridge, as that's what matters most. Since I have food and have a light, I'd make sure others had food, had lights. But that's because I'm not a bitch. And I swear to you, once I am a good rich man, I swear to you, you have to prove that you're in need, because as there are so many conniving liars with millions who will beg for money on a live stream because they are greedy, right? You have to prove your need. You have to man up, as I did as a kid, and say, I need help. I could use a hand today. It's not easy, man. It is not easy. I grew up real poor. And that's something that I don't think people really truly grasp when they see me now in the flesh. When you're around me, you don't even believe me that I was as poor as I really was. I grew up so poor. 3 pair of old gray sweatpants, 3 toys. Any clothes I got were hand-me-downs. I was rough on my clothes. Like I play sports my whole life, so I'd get my 1 new pair of jeans for grade 4, grade 3, whatever it was. I'd get a new pair of sweatpants, and I would have them torn in half by the time I got home. And my mom, she would be just pissed. I'm like, dude, do you want a pussy or do you want a jock? Because you got the world's greatest jock. This Viking ain't no puss. I used to come home with fucking grass stains on my forehead. Playing football with the grade 9ers in grade 3. We weren't even allowed to cross this one line. When the teachers weren't looking, I'd have the hot chicks in my class distract the teachers. I would bolt down the far fence line in between the sheds, and then I'd run past the baseball diamond cage into the large field where the whatever grade 9s and 10s were playing football, and I'd go play football with them. And at first they wouldn't want me, and I was like, no, I'm a receiver, don't worry, I'm good, they'll never catch me. And most of the time they didn't. A few times the teacher came over and was like, why is there 70 grade 9ers all in a big circle? They're all trying to cover up the accidents, right? Oh man. And then the 400-pounder rolls off of me, and then the 600-pounder rolls off of him, and then the 800-pounder rolls off of him. And I got deep freezed. I'm 100 pounds, soaking wet in grade 3. And I got deep freezed. I'm out cold, just hyperventilating, trying to cry, but I got no air in my lungs, right? Kicked, elbowed, and then punched before I hit the ground. Holy crow, man, I was taken out so devastatingly in sports, man, when I was a kid. I played with all the adults. every adult. Frozen hockey pucks to the nuts, you name it, I've had it all. Frozen hockey pucks to the shins, slap shots, wrist shots, to the face, to the nose, to the head, all over my hands. Because I played goal, right? Like I was a goalie. I was one of the best goalies in ice hockey, in road hockey, ever. Patrick Law can eat a bunch of D's all day, but I'm way better than Patrick Law in road hockey. No pads, no jock. Kind of Rick Tabarachi game used Winnipeg Jets goalie stick, and I was off, bro. You couldn't stop me. I had a Bobby Essenza game used goalie stick, Rick Tabarachi, and somebody else, I don't remember. I had Keith Kachuk sticks. I have a Timu Solani signed puck. I got all kinds of stuff from back in the day. But that's because I knew somebody that worked for the rink. Obviously. I didn't have to pay for it. I didn't pay for any of that stuff. They were gifts. They were some of the coolest gifts I got too. I got a prototype stick. It was one of their like super lightweight. I don't know what they were, but this is years ago. I can't remember what type of stick it was. One of the craziest sticks they made anyway. What's up, Mohammed? Zayed. How you doing, Zayed Mohammed? Hope you're having a good day. Just finishing up here. I'm gonna eat 6 oranges and try and get back to bed. I guess the cats spent 3, 4, 5 hours just intensely waking me up. Oh man, that just reeks. Oh my god, the water's turning green. An episode of Gold Rush Alaska. Eat some breakfast. And then I don't really know what I'm going to do for a morning show, but I'll think about it. I'll get creative. And I'll make you guys a nice morning show, okay? I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Drop a like, share the video with your friends. I'll see you next time.